Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Kuchen für Lisa, which you could also translate into Cake Fairy Lisa, and today I'm going to show you how I made this very delicious Solero cake. It's a sort of ice cream we have here in Germany. It's ice cream on a stick. It's delicious. It's very summery. It's like a passion fruit peach situation. It's delicious. It's also very easy in my opinion. So let's just get into it. The first thing I did was I prepared my sponge cake. In Germany we say biscuit. It's a sort of a sponge cake, you'll see later. So what I'm doing for that is whipping up my eggs with some sugar as well as some salt. And on the other side I'm preparing a custard, vanilla custard. So in my little pot I have some milk, I have an egg, I have some cornstarch and some vanilla sugar. And that mixture is going onto my stove top and is going to be cooked until it's completely thickened and very nice and creamy, just like a little custard. After it's completely cooked, I let it cool completely. So as you can see here, it's completely cooked. The color changes a little bit and that's exactly what we're looking for. So let it cook while also preheating the oven and finishing my biscuit, which I did by sifting the flour and cornstarch mixture onto it and then very carefully folding everything together, putting it in my Springform tin and placing it in the oven for around 25 minutes until it's very nicely golden and completely baked through. After that, let it cool completely as well as the custard before you continue with the rest of your filling, which in my in my case is combining the fruit juice I'm using with some agar-agar. Oh boy, is that the English word as well? Some agar-agar. I'm cooking that on my stove while also preparing my biscuit, which I'm lifting out of my tin, taking off the parchment paper and cutting it in half. So I have a bottom and a top of my biscuit. After cutting that in two pieces, I'm going to put the springform bag around it so we can put the filling inside. But one thing after another, let's take it back a little. First I'm going to soak my sponge cake, my biscuit, with some passion fruit as well as a little bit of passion fruit juice, which just came in a, I don't know, in a container. Just use whatever fruit juice you have. You also prefer, just take what you have and soak your cake layer with it so it's nice and moist. Next was to stir the cooled custard and also whip some whipping cream. There you go. Damn, I have to get used to using the right names for the ingredients again. So here you can see I'm creaming my now cooled custard again, so it's very nice and thick and creamy. And now I'm adding the agar-agar and fruit juice mixture, which I boiled on my stove top for around 2 minutes. After that, I let it cool for a few minutes and now I'm adding it to my custard, stirring it again. So we have one combined mixture. And after that, I'm letting it sit for a few minutes so the temperature of this mixture isn't too hot, because if it would be too hot and I would now add my whipped cream, everything would deflate and would be a runny mess and just not what we're looking for. So let it cool and then add your whipping cream in 1 to 2 portions, carefully folding it in. So you have a very nice, very smooth and just delicious cream. If you want to, you can add some extra sugar, which I'm doing here because the only sweet component we had was from the custard, but with adding the cream into it, it was not sweet enough for me. So I added a little bit of extra sugar and then I put half of my filling inside my cake tin. Now I'm placing the second top of my cake on it again, and then I'm soaking the cake layer again with some of my passion fruit as well as some fruit juice. Then I'm spreading the second half of my cream in my cake form, and then I'm going to let it cool in the fridge completely. in my case, I prefer doing it overnight, so the agatine has enough time to really solidify and make the cake nice and stable. But I guess at least 2 to 3 hours should do the trick. Next thing I'm doing, in my case that's the next day, I'm again stirring together some fruit juice as well as some agatine, which I'm cooking on the stovetop again for 2 minutes, then letting it sit next to me, as you can see, and cutting my peaches. I'm cutting them into very thin slices and adding them on top of my cake in a nice arranged situation before adding the agatine mixture on it. What I'm doing now is actually optional. I used some of my passion fruit and scattered that all over the peaches again. I like the crunch from the passion fruit seeds, so I did that. It's just a nice balance of textures in my mouth, so I would recommend doing that. Next thing I did was adding the how would you say that? The agatine fruit juice mixture on top, so everything is nicely glazed and the peaches don't dry out. I placed that situation in the fridge again for around 15 minutes while whipping up some whipping cream with a little bit of vanilla sugar as well as some, yeah, here we go, Sahnesteif. It's a powder we add to the whipping cream so it stabilizes it. It's not gelatine, so it's a different situation. I don't know what to say, but I added that so my whipped cream stays nice and whipped and firm. I then took out my cake out of the fridge. I put some of my whipped cream around the cake so it looks nice, but if you don't feel comfortable with putting your cream around the cake, you could also leave it, because I feel like the cake, even without it, would look very nice. I enjoyed the look of that as well. So if you're not used to adding anything around your cake, just leave it, it's perfectly fine. And I would still be very happy to eat it. So next to last, is I added the whipped cream into my piping bag, piped some rosettes on top as well as a little bit more of my passion fruit. I also added some chopped pistachios for garnish and added them at the base of my cake, and that's basically it. Yeah, I think that's it. It looks perfect, close to perfect. I was very happy with the result. I'm excited to hear what you have to say about this recipe, so leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, because we are planning on posting a lot more on this channel, so jump on and get lots of nice yummy recipes. Have a good day!